Melissa here from Mo Creations, coming on today with My Creative Times 152nd edition release, and today is the first and only day of the sneaky peeks, and then tomorrow will be release day, and so you will have the opportunity to purchase everything that I am showcasing, and that will be starting at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. All right, and please don't forget that My Creative Time also has a new platform, which is school. She's taking you back to school, and I'll have that information down below as well. This release, she has these thin bow ties, really cute. Love them, they're adorable, and you'll have the opportunity to pick these up tomorrow, as well as everything that's on this one. And this is two different items. So we have the PRIM button dies, which is right here. It's just one full plate of all your little PRIM buttons there, and then also the PRIM star dies, and those are really cute as well. So I'll show you those in my projects. She also has released these red, white, and blue ephemera, and this is really cute. Let me show you some of those. Keep in mind, I have used quite a bit. Okay, starting out, so we have some wreath die cuts. So there's at least 4 of those. There's some little washi tapes that you can also add onto projects. Several different sentiments that are already cut out for you. Makes it easy to pop right on a project. We have some frame dies, 2 different sizes, one that's a little bit larger than the other. We have some banners, and then some cupcakes. Those are so pretty. There goes some more cupcakes, and then this one is a smaller size. Like I said, keep in mind I have been using some of these. And then there's some little doggies. Those are adorable. And then balloons. So cute. And that ephemera, let me get you the name of that. That was called Red, White, and Blue Ephemera. And then the last, but not least, is her paper pack, which is called Beneath the Fireworks 2025. Really cute set of papers. I love them, especially this one. Let me show you those a little bit more up close. I did use quite a bit, so I tried to save out all of the paper, at least one of each. So we have this beautiful flower paper here. There goes the back side of that, but that's my favorite right there. And we have some stars and polka dots, and just polka dots on the other side. And then we have the blue set of stars and polka dots. And then we have this pattern paper, so pretty. And I love that side, so pretty. And then I love this one. I use this one quite a bit. And then it has the larger blue polka dots on the back. And it has a little bit of like script writing or some kind of pattern that's in there as well. So really pretty. And then these right here, love this one as well. Has your little pattern of stars there. And then polka dots. And then this also has a little bit of script writing on there too. I'm going to share all the additional products that I use from My Creative Time. So from the Valentine charms, I use that little heart. From the Perk You Up Stampin' Dies, I use both of these. From the Beach Gingers 2, I use that little bitty bow right there. Hardtop box die, used everything from there. From the 3.75 by 4.75 add-ons, I use these 2 pieces here as well as this here. No, I use this and this and this. And then a bunch of fun circles. I use one of these little small dies there. And then I also use the 3x3 fancy envelope die as well as the 3x3 trifold card dies. And I'm going to start out with these back toppers, along with, you know, just an idea of how you can gift some of the items. And so I use those PRIM stars, those little thin bow ties, and then there goes one of those ephemera balloon sets, and then thank you on top. And then I also used the little dog and the PRIM stars down there to gift, so they'll be able to use those. I did stick those down with removable glue dots. And then here goes the second one right here. There goes that little bow die from that beach ginger set. And I did layer up the PRIM stars a few times and popped it on one of the stars, the larger stars there. Those little dogs are just too cute. Celebrate, and I also made that so you can gift those hearts as well as that banner. Really cute. Love those. And then here goes the next item. I made this card here, and using those PRIM stars. But let's celebrate from that ephemera pack. I also used that postage die from the 3x3 card-based dies, as well as the larger one in the background came from the same set. Really cute, and I popped on one of those little PRIM hearts on top of there and added a little bit of ribbon along with that little enamel dot there. Just really cute. Didn't do anything really too much to the inside except for I added another layering die in there. But love that. And I pulled off that heart top box die, and I thought I would create a cute little box. Now this box is a really good size. You can get quite a bit in. I also used the Valentine charm to place right on top of there. Thought it worked well. And I used those thin bows, and then these came from the Perk You Up set there, as well as that fun circle die. I used one of the layers from there along with that ephemera pack there. Really cute. And you can just open it up. Has plenty of room in there to add goodies. So really like how that turned out. And here goes the last set that I created. I used the 3x3 trifold card base die along with the 3x3 envelope die for these. And then of course from her release, the PRIM stars, the ephemera, the thin bow dies, and I believe that's it. So let me start off with this one. So I use these little clips, and I picked mine up from Fun Stamper's Journey. There are these little clips just to hold it closed, but you can either use any kind of pin to just close it if you want, or just leave it as it is and just stick it in the envelope. But I love how that turned out. Love how that little ephemera looks on there along with that bow die, and then I added some little dots on there, the gems. There goes the inside. Use one of the ephemera to pop in there. I love how that looked. This is so cute. And I did layer that on white paper, and then I cut the top part of that to add a different color of paper on top of there. But really, really cute. Love that. So both of those are the same. And then the stars are right here. So I use all 3 stars, cut those out in red, white, and blue. Got the thank you down there. The inside, I just added that one layer in there just so you could have something to write on. But I did not add a sentiment in the inside. But really, really cute. The other one is the same, except for this star is bigger. But I wanted to interchange the star. I did make the envelopes, the coordinating envelopes to that, so I would just fold that down, and I can add my own little glue on the back of there. And you can just pop that right on in, fits perfectly. And then all of these will go into the envelope box that I created using that 3x3 envelope die. And I actually made this to be magnetic, so it's going to close. Love just to hear that little pop. Anyways, I used a larger bow there, added some enamel dots on there along with that little heart. I did use that background layer there to change up the color a little bit so it wouldn't be so much of an impact going on with all of those flowers. But love that. And then these will fit perfectly into the box. So that'll close right up and fits perfectly. And just let me know if you want to see the tutorial, because I did make a tutorial on how to make this, and I'll try and link it for you down below if you all haven't caught that. But I love all of those. And that's all I have for you. So make sure you use my code MOE for 15% off your total purchase, or any one of the other designers. And that's starting tomorrow at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Check out that school link. I'll have that down below, as well as the other design team members. That's all I have for you. Thanks so much, everyone. You all have a blessed and crafty day.